Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So y'all, I want to share with you the progress and the journey and the process of me creating this pollinator island right here. Now, I've shared with you that we have a lot of plants that I've picked up, and so now I just want to go ahead and get started with this area right here. It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to place everything. I've really been watching the sun and just thinking about all of these different things that I can do with this area. And so what I am doing now is I am going to go ahead and just make this area Pollinator Island. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So the predominant colors are going to be red. Now I am going to put some white, a little bit of yellow in there. I'll show you some of the plants that we've picked up and even some more that we've picked up. And I don't even know if all of those plants will be able to fit in this area. One of the main things that I do want to put here is the black and blue salvia. That is really a very pretty plant. They're really small now, but once they mature, they will be nice, and the hummingbirds actually love them. Now, we had the bird bath that was here. I just kind of cleaned it out really well. And what made me stop for a couple days, y'all, is this little bird feeder station right here. We picked this up from Aldi a while ago, probably over a year ago. And something so simple was so difficult to put together. And what I mean by that is there was a certain way you had to put these little, whatever you call them, holders on here, but it had to be a certain way. And so I messed with this for like an hour, and then Chris actually came home, and it probably took him about 25 minutes, but he just kind of figured it out. And we had the instructions. It was crazy, but we got it together. And then I just kind of outlined the area with a water hose that I had and just took some garden staples. So this will be the outline. But here's the thing. This is what I really want to tell y'all. This soil is really, when I say clay, I'm just going to move around right here just to get this in. It took me a while. So I'm going to do another method of planting similar to what we did to the berry patch. So what I'm going to do is lay out my plants. I'm going to try to dig the hole because there used to be a crepe myrtle tree that Chris cut down right here. I'm going to try to dig where I'm going to plant at, and then cover the rest up with cardboard and mulch, because even this area, I know it may not seem big to you, but the soil is something that has to be worked with over time. Now I'm gonna see if I can get these curves that I put in there. I didn't want to make it too curvy so that when Chris takes the lawnmower and go around, and I'm gonna try to see if I can maintain it. If not, we just gonna make it a circle. It's still gonna be considered Pollinator Island. And y'all, just looking through the camera at this, seriously, I still think I got more plants than can hold this area, because the reason why I say that, some of the plants get a little bit bigger, but we are going to put butterfly bushes on the end, and then we're just going to fill up this space. But I always like to leave a space open, which will be right where this stump is, and it'll probably be like right here, just so I can go in and do maintenance to this bird bath. I have like a little solar piece that I bought from Amazon where it kind of circulates the water once I fill it up and shoots it up in the air. And then at the very end, we'll go ahead, we'll fill our bird feeders, and I think that the pollinators will really enjoy this. I'm hoping that this is squirrel proof, because I have been seeing some squirrels around here, but we'll test it out and see. So let me go ahead and at least make the outline to this, and then we're going to get the plants placed, and then we are going to just watch everything grow. It's going to be a process, but I think it's going to be beautiful when it's all said and done. we have the edge just kind of lined up. And once I get done, I'll come in and define it and edge it up very well. But now I want to start placing the plants. And again, it's going to be predominantly red, white, yellow, some purples in there. I think the only color I'm leaving out is pink, but I know that a lot of it will be predominantly red because the hummingbirds tend to love the red, and we have plants where they can feed off of them as well. Now the black and blue salvia that we're going to plant on the back side, those are small, and so I'm going to space them out. It's going to look kind of sparse, but once they start growing, they'll all fill in. And then on each side of these corners over here, I want to put my butterfly bushes that we got here, and then I'll start filling in some of the lower growing plants right here. I have some red coneflower that I'm considering putting over here as well. So basically what I'm going to try to do first is just place everything where I want them to be. Y'all know I got to take a step back. I got to walk. I'm not going to let this be like a 3-day process. It's probably going to be a few hours because I always have to walk from different sides, look at it, change it if it needs to. And then I'm going to dig the holes for them, plant them, and we're going to line it with cardboard. We're not about to go through because this right here was a job within itself. Just because the soil is so clay. So we're going to work on building this soil as well. Y'all know that for the clay soil, I've been using gypsum, and we're going to just use that, and over time just build the soil. And pretty much all of these are perennial plants. So I'm trying to get a lot of perennial plants because once they are established and start growing, they'll be pretty self-sufficient. Now in the summertime, I may have to water them, but for the most part, they should be good, and then they'll come back every year. Okay, y'all, so it is the very next day. Not only did it get really hot, I got tied up. And so I had placed all of the plants. And again, these are for the pollinators. So you're going to see a lot of reds in here. And then you're going to see a lot of spike type flowers in here that the butterflies, the bees, and the other pollinators love. And so basically what I did is I'm going from the lowest in height plant, and then we're just kind of stair stepping it up. And the Baptisia, I know I said that no pinks, but it's kind of like it starts off yellow with a pinkish tint. It's pink lemonade, and those get about 4 feet tall and 4 feet wide. So they'll be in the back. And the black and blue salvia over here, I know it looks small, but it does get bigger. I'm going to push that up just a little bit, and so we'll start those growing as well. We will have a couple of empty spaces in here. We got a lot more plants left that I really want to get these planted so that once we get those in the ground, I can kind of step back and see if we can put some plants in some missing areas right here. So before it gets really hot today, y'all, let me go ahead, let me get these planted. Remember, we're using the quick method. So I'm going to plant these in the hole, then I'm going to come back with some cardboard, and then we'll do either mulch or some type of wood chips in this area. So I want to share with you the progress. Y'all, it has been several days. It has been super hot, and it's an overcast today. I don't think it's going to rain, but if it could just stay like this, I would be totally okay with that. We've been in the mid 90s, and just this cool breeze coming in the morning time, that makes me happy. But everything looks a little spaced, y'all. And again, I'm going to link that video where we did our first in-ground bed, how it looks now versus when we put it in. It basically looked like this, but all of this area is perennials. All of these plants the pollinators love, and as a matter of fact, I just put in 6 more plants that was not intended for this area, but at the price that I got it for, let me show you all, like they have to have a space. Like they seriously have to have a space in this garden right here. And so we put in 6 of those. But what I'm going to do is go ahead, I'm going to water those 6 plants that I put in, water this area really good. I'm going to start to put the cardboard down to cover up the grass that's left. And then I'm going to start with the mulch. And I can already see a lot of pollinators coming. Our very last step will be to fill the bird feeders up, to fill the bird fountain up, and to put our solar, I would call it like a water, I don't know, it shoots water up in the air. We'll put that in. A lot of the plants in the back, like the black and blue salvia, it looks small, but they're going to grow in. And I want you all, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit it, because I want you to see the phases and the process as these plants continue to grow. They may not all grow at the same rate, but I know that when they all fill in, it is going to be a spectacular show. Now, I still have a little bit of area left. I was trying my best to give myself a space to walk in and do maintenance if I need to, and cleaning to this area. And it's going to have to be between straight up this walkway like we talked first, or it's going to have to be, I may use this until the black and blue salvia starts to fill in. This may be an entry point as well. So this is why I left this area kind of open, just to see how big everything grows. Because one thing about the coreopsis, or the blanket flower that we got for a super good price, the height and width is really far. It says between 6 and 30 inches. So I don't know if this particular variety is going to stay low, or if it's going to get to the full 30 inches. So that's why I kind of put it here. And so if it does stay at 6 inches, that's fine. I could definitely walk up and do the maintenance, but I'm going to go ahead, at least get the mulch that I have left, get that put down with the cardboard. I know I'm going to have to go to the store and get some more, and then we're going to finish this up, y'all. I've been working on this for way too many days, but I'm super happy because, as you see, the amount of plants that we were able to get planted that were just over on the shelf. And with it being so hot, remember I tell y'all, the smaller the container, the more often you're going to have to water it. So I was watering these 2 to 3 times a day, just trying to keep them alive, hoping that they didn't check out on me. And I can already tell that they're adapting really good to the area, and they're starting to come back, because a lot of them was looking a little questionable there. What I will tell you is, digging in this area, since this used to be a crepe myrtle tree right here, we had a lot of roots, but one thing that we really had a lot of is a lot of rocks and stones that I was trying to get through. And remember, I'm doing all of this by shovel, and so that's why I was like, I'm not about to till all of this up or shovel all of this up. We're going to use nature. We're going to put that cardboard down on top of the mulch, and we're just going to let the grass just kind of die back, because it's not getting any light to it. So, you know I'll have to come in with with my hand trowel every once in a while, like I do the berry patch, and get up a few of the grass that's peeking through because of the cardboard boxes. Like some of them, I guess, kind of shifted and it didn't overlap, so a little bit of grass peeked through. So I just come in with my hand trowel and remove that. And so after a while, I won't have to do that. So let me go ahead and get finished, and I'm going to show y'all the final results of Pollinator Island. Okay, so I'm going to step back because it's cleanup time, but it's also watering time. Like, it is 6:45 p.m. and it is about 98 degrees outside still. And I had a little run-in last night, because what I've been doing, y'all, I'm going to be totally honest. So I'll get out here between 6:30 and I may stay out 6:30 to 7, and I may stay out until about 10 o'clock. I come in and then I come out again around this time. But yesterday, while I was on live, honey, I just saw 2 deer just right in the back of this fence, just basically doing what they want to do. And now, as I'm talking to y'all, honey, I see like It looked like 2 crows just on the pear tree, just doing whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and water these flowers in because it's been hot, it's been humid, it's been dry, and I just looked at the forecast and we still don't have any rain in sight for the next week. So again, like I told y'all before, check on your plants, okay? Is very crucial. So I am going to redefine those lines just a little bit, clean up all the pots, and water everything in. Now tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some bird food, set this area up, but I just wanted to show y'all what that I finally got done. This has been a while. It took longer than I expected because of the heat and because of me just trying to get everything right. Now let me walk over here because what I did have to do is get a plant support for this particular plant right here. I don't know, it kept wanting to lean to the ground, like all the way over. So I got one of my plant supports, put that right there. But what I will tell y'all is the salvia is really flourishing from when I got it. I know it may not look like it, but it seriously is. So what I want y'all to do now is go ahead, hit the subscribe button, because just like the other place in the garden that we did with perennial plants, it looked just like this when we first dug in the soil and put the plants in, and now to just see it is flourishing. So I know this looks a little sparse, I know it looks a little dry, but that's why I want y'all to hit the subscribe button, because I want to share with you the growth throughout the season. Now it may not be this season, but I'm telling y'all, stick with me. You will see the transformation, and the pollinators are going to absolutely love what I have created for them. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.